Senator Warnock.
Thank you so much, Chair Cantwell. Before I jump into my questions, as a point of pride for my state, I want to note that it's great to see the number of Georgians nominated to lead the Department of Transportation during this transformational and critical time in our country. We just voted to advance the nomination of Mr. Bose, who grew up in the Atlanta region, to lead the Federal Railroad Administration. And now it's great again to see you, Mr. Coase of Thomasville, Georgia. I've spent some time in Thomasville, great folks there. To be nominated now to be Assistant Secretary for Transportation Policy. It was great to see you not long ago with Secretary Buttigieg at the Transit Equity Roundtable. Georgia is home to one of the most advanced and diverse economies in the nation, and it's been a real pleasure to move around the state, see what's happening all across our state. Plants like Kia Motors in West Point, Georgia, where they are producing every day vehicles, and I think the most popular SUV in the country. Semiconductors are critical input in many of the goods that are being manufactured in places like Kia and other places all across our state. So when this factory had to shut down twice, losing a total of 2 weeks of production due to the global semiconductor shortage, it didn't just harm the workers in West Point, Georgia, it harmed their families, local suppliers, and the entire community. Another major company in Georgia's technology sector is NCR, which produces ATMs, cash registers, and other point of sale systems, critical technology for small businesses and consumers. They are also experiencing significant delays due to the shortage in semiconductors. I know that NIST has been tasked with working with industry partners to identify supply chain challenges. Dr. Lucasio, will you commit to working with my office to investigate the needs of Georgia businesses in the semiconductor supply chain?
Thank you for that question, Senator. And yes, I can't imagine a more pressing problem right now in the country than what we're experiencing with our shortages in our supply chains in numerous areas. We've all felt it through the pandemic, and the semiconductor electronics industry has been most obvious and impacting automobiles and computers and home appliances and national security. And so absolutely, this is something I would be look forward to working with you on.
Everything from automobiles to home appliances to national security. So can you say more about how you will prioritize semiconductor research at NIST to promote chips manufacturing and supply chain resiliency right here in the United States?
Thank you for that question, Senator. Clearly, the supply chain disruptions and dislocations that we're seeing in this country right now with semiconductors are because we don't manufacture enough here. And I think we only manufacture about 12% of the global supply, and we consume about 30%. So we really do have to, first and foremost, think about boosting manufacturing in the United States around semiconductor electronics. And that's sort of the long-term issue of solving that manufacturing deficit. The internal laboratory programs at NIST, they have had long-standing programs related to semiconductor electronics, working very closely in partnership with the industry as it had grown through the United States and really continued to do research at National Institute of Standards and Technologies to support the industry as it exists now today, pushing forward new measurement science, new capabilities, new technologies, always, and new standards, but always, always in partnership, in close partnership and trusted partnership with industry. And I would prioritize that if I'm confirmed.
Thank you so much. I think it's absolutely critical that this committee continues to monitor the situation and that we ensure that we have adequate supply of chips and other supplies that are so critical to the Georgia economy, the American economy, and as you point out, national security. Thank you so much, Madam Chair.